Hello everyone, thanks for joining in. Today we will discuss DHCP relay agent. So in the last lecture, we covered router as a DHCP server. And in that scenario, our client was directly connected with the DHCP server, right? And we uses the same subnet for DHCP server IP and network pool. But here, our scenario will be different. So our client is connected to different router and that router is connected to DHCP server, right? So we will see here how this client will get the IP from the DHCP server automatically, right? So here when we will put client in the DHCP mode, then it will generate a request, right? So in L3 header, here source IP will be 0.0.0.0 and destination IP will be 255.255.255.255, right? That is our broadcast IP. And DHCP actually uses one field, that is GI address, and in that it will put source IP, that is our 0.0.0.0, right? So when this packet will reach to router 1 interface G2 by 0, so when router will see this broadcast IP as a destination, then it will discard, right? Because router doesn't support the broadcast packet. So what we will do here, we will make router 1 as a relay agent, right? So after making that router as a relay agent, it will send a unicast packet to DHCP server, right? And in that unicast packet, router will put source IP of G2 by 0 interface, that will be our 10.0.20.1, okay, and destination IP of our DHCP server, right? And here DHCP uses GI address where it will put the IP address, that is our source IP, right? 10.0.20.1. When DHCP server will receive this GI address 10.0.20.1, then DHCP server knows that we need to assign the IP from this pool, that is 10.0.20.0/24, right? So let's do our practical part. So we will move on the GNS3. We will take console of router 1 and client 2 and DHCP server, right? So here we will do the same configuration as we did in the last lecture for pool 1, right? So here, let me show you what is the current configuration here for DHCP. So we have excluded from 2 to 10, 9 IPs approx. We had created the pool 1 for this subnet, right? 10.0.10.0 and default gateway was 10.0.10.1 for this PC and DNS server was 10.0.10.1, right? But here we need to create different pool for this subnet. So let's create that. So as we discussed in the last lecture, first we need to exclude few IPs if we don't want to assign to any network devices, right? So first we will exclude that. So command will be IP DHCP exclude address 10.0.20.2 to 10.0.20.10, right? So we want to exclude these 9 IPs. After that, we will create one DHCP pool. Command will be IP DHCP pool. We can give any name. So I'm just giving pool -2, right? After that, we will define here network. So our network is 10.0.20.0/24, right? Now default gateway. So here for this PC, our default gateway will be 10.0.20.1, right? So here we will put 10.0.20.1, right? And our DNS server will be same, that is 10.0.10.1. Okay. So our configuration part is done. We have created a new pool for this subnet. Now we will move on router 1. So let me check IP address is defined or not. So no IP address. Let me add the IP. Interface G1 by 0. IP address 10.0.10.2 255, 255, 255, 0, no shutdown, and interface G2 by 0, IP address 10.0.20.1, 255, 255, 255.0, no shutdown. Now everything should be reachable, right? So let me ping 10.0.10.1, source IP 10.0.20.1. It should be pingable, right? Now let's move on our client and let's see this PC is getting the IP or not. This PC will not get the IP because we have not made R1 as a relay agent. But let's try IP. So let me show you what IP address is there. So right now this PC has 0.0.0.0 and gateway is 00, right? So let me put in DHCP mode. So let's see it will get the IP or not. So it is not starting the DORA process, right? So it says that can't find DHCP server. So here we'll have to make R1 as a relay agent. So how will we make that? We'll have to go interface G2 by 0, okay, and command is IP helper address. Helper address will be our DHCP server IP, that is 10.0.10.1, right? So our interface configuration is IP address 10.0.20.1 and helper address 10.0.10.1, right? So now we will put client again in DHCP mode. Now let's see it will get the IP or not. So here we can see it's started now DORA process. So it should get the IP, right? So here we can see this client got the IP 10.0.20.11. Why 11? Because here we can see we have excluded 10.0.20.2 to 10.0.20.10, right? So this DHCP server will start allocation from 10.0.20.11, right? And gateway is 10.0.20.1, right? So guys, this was the agenda for today. In the next lecture, we will cover DHCP snooping. So I hope you have learned something new. Till the next video, I am signing off. Take care.